All right, let's do one like this. Uh, Before the night it gets fucking serious. So let's do one when we're not fucked up, or in that mood. Okay. So I was thinking about this is a recommendation for young musicians. When I went to Los Angeles, Hollywood, I started at music at Santa Monica College when I was 2021, and I took piano and mostly theory music, and then I took some other subjects. Then I moved to Musicians Institute bachelor degree. That is like 4 years, but uh, you do it like all year round. So I think it takes like three years. I don't know if this is 15 years, 16 years ago. So I don't know if they changed it, but my advice is like this. Um, jag got an SMS. Uh, shit, I lost the thought. If you're like 20, like I was, 21, 22, I think I started Musicians Institute. You're too young, you're too inexperienced. You cannot um, apply what they really do, you know? Because these dudes, like Scott Henderson and these dudes, are like 50. And if you're gonna talk to Scott Henderson when you're like 22, you better have a pretty good background. But maybe if you had a dad that taught you when you were young and you have been to like music high school and you think you know stuff pretty good, then it's okay. But if you play rock music, you know, I play Jimi Hendrix, Metallica, stuff like that. That's how I learned guitar. Stuff like that I play. That's nothing to a university. And what you do at the university is basically, we're talking about the degree program now. You do like four-part harmony mostly, like Sebastian Bach and all this classical music. You sit and write and write and write. It's no time to be a rock star if you think that. Maybe you can have a gig on the weekend or something like that with a band, but not more than that. So that was my point. Like, if I went there because I wanted to leave Sweden. I just wanted to get the fuck out of my country. And if I would have chosen, probably would have went there when I was like around 25, 30, maybe even 30 years old. 10 years more experienced. But today you have the internet, so you can learn a lot of internet. Um, we didn't have that back then. Not the same. It wasn't the same as it is today. But what you learn from sitting in a class like that, you do so boring things that you will never do by yourself. You will never sit and analyze this part, by yourself, unless you're completely insane. So, and then we can talk about the arranging. The arranging class was probably uh, the best class I took, because that you don't know. You have to be taught that. You know. I don't know if it's books about that shit, but it's a special technique. You have to learn the technique. But I can tell this: you won't get a fucking job, not where I live anyway. Fucking jazz arrangement and classical arrangement. I don't think so. People don't even listen to that music anymore. So, but if you want to have fun, meet some people, go to GIT a year, or what do you call it, piano 1 year or something. But if you're gonna do this serious shit, you don't have to go when you're 20, 21. You can wait. You can study yourself, and when you know the whole fretboard, when you know every fucking scale, then go. You understand me? You're gonna get more out of it. Yeah, this guy want to sell me. I ordered some stuff, but this fucking dude, man, I don't. I have to look at my account. I'm fucking freaking out, man. So expensive to live here, so fuck. But that was another story. Um, um, so that's my advice. You don't have to go right after high school. Wait a few years and become as good as you can, because these people, the teachers, they are 100 times above you. Trust me. They don't do anything and sit and watch people from all over the world. That's their job. I thought I was the best guitar player when I was like 20, 21, because I could play Hendrix and all this stuff, dude. That's nothing. I mean, they are good at what they're doing and they're in their style, but in university, you have to learn everything. It's the music reading, theory, ear training, recording, um, um, and then they put it in guitar, because I didn't take like piano, so I can only speak for guitar. They have single string, scales and everything like that. You have to learn melodic, minor, altered scale, harmonic scale, minor scale, Dorian, major, minor, pentatonics, and then you have to learn all the chord patterns all over the fretboard. Even that is a full-time job, trust me. And then you're gonna have to sit and analyze Bach and write four-part harmony. So I'm just telling you, man. I don't know if it's the same today, or if they changed the structure, but that's how it was when I went. And now, 15 years later, I understand the shit. I didn't do it back then. It was just a fucking struggle. And you get almost broken down, uh, because it's not fun. You know, you have to learn it like inside out. And after Hendrix was my biggest influence, Metallica, when I started playing guitar. That's how I learned it pretty much. And then Charlie Parker, I would say. Um, when I started with Charlie Parker, it was like Greek to me. And it was the same like a girl that started a degree program. She was going to move into the degree from GIT. And we talked about the theory book, the four part and shit. She's like, this is fucking Greek. This is not for me. So, and more people have told me that as well. Like, you're too young when you go there. It depends how good you think you are, but if you haven't studied since you were like 6, 7 years old with your the music dad, um, I wouldn't recommend it really. Nobody in my class, everybody in my class just fucking struggled. Trust me, nobody, because they all played rock. When you're a teenager, you play rock music, and this is not rock music. Trust me. Jazz, classical arranging, that's a completely different thing. So you know that you don't go there to learn like CC Top or Metallica. That's not what you do. Even if they have that kind of weekly, like, so that you can train on stage. Then they have famous songs you can play. So but that's more for fun. You get some stage experience, so that can be good. But I never had time to even do that. So that was too bad, because that would have been fun, but I never had the time. So, because we had our own degree ensemble every week, we had to practice, as well. So I never had the time. I would wish to go back today, talk to Scott Henderson and all these people, because now I understand what the fuck they're doing. Back then I didn't have a fucking clue. When I remember when somebody taught me the altered scale, I was like, is this? Are you kidding me? It was the strangest thing I ever heard in my life. So, but now I love it. It's one of the scale I play the most. Because it go in and out, in and out, in and out. It's only a half tone against the tonic, the key center. So that's how they build it up. I didn't understand it back then, but today I understand it. And the Belonic minor I understand as well, because you have the minor third, and then you have the major. So yeah, well, my advice is look at internet for 5 years and learn everything you can, and then go when you're 25, 30. I wish I would have gone there when I was around 30, I guess. But I would like to go back now, but what the fuck? It's like, I'm gonna go. I'm 40, I'm gonna go sit with 20-year-old kids. I don't know. I don't know. Plus, it fucking costs a lot of money. So now we got letters. They want my studio loans back, so they're gonna take shit from me. Yeah. So think about that as well. You can imagine how much student loans I had for. I think it was 4 or even 5 years I was there, and now they want it back. Luckily, I have no possessions. They can take my socks here if they want to. That's what they can take. All right. See you.